Godzilla minus one is probably one of the scariest Godzillas ever, but can he survive the Monsterverse? Well, in today's video, we're reacting to the video of Godzilla minus one versus the Monsterverse, and let's go.
Godzilla minus one. Though already being out for a few months now, it is still a hot topic in the Godzilla community.
It is crazy, man.
Simple moviegoers are still talking about it.
Look at him, oh my!
The GXK trailer just coming out.
I think he can survive the Monsterverse, to be honest.
It's also a hot topic at the moment.
He is strong, but
going around,
he
like
is
always, whenever
too
there's a new
small,
Godzilla.
to be honest.
Blank Godzilla versus blank Godzilla. And well, right now it's minus one versus legendary. And well, for any longtime fans, you know we do this differently. Rather than throwing them into a ring, let's swap their fights. Hello everybody, I'm your ref Godzilla guy.
Alright, Godzilla guy, he's about to spit some facts and tell us how it's going to go down. So some of you guys remember I put ᴄᴏ Godzilla into the Monsterverse a while back, and he made it pretty far, making it past Muto Prime but stopping at Kong. So let's see how minus one would do. I think minus one is not going to get past anyone, to be honest.
So, Godzilla minus one's list is ᴄᴏ, Behemoth, Emmula,
I don't think
Scylla,
he's going to beat
the male
Behemoth.
Muto, Kong without
Mutos, he might have a chance.
Prime, and finally King Ghidorah.
Yeah,
so,
no way he stands a chance to beat
first we need to
Ghidorah.
establish minus one's feats. Firstly, his strength. He can lift just under 30,000 metric tons, meaning he can definitely throw around.
How does he know that? What?
Next up is his speed. And while we don't really have anything for the actual speed category, we do know he's pretty agile, being able to almost bite a plane out of the air that was traveling at 446 miles.
Yeah, he's actually kind of agile.
His durability is also pretty good, being able to withstand his own atomic blast, which is calculated to be 17 megatons. For reference, the Castle Bravo nuke that Monsterverse Goji tanks is 15 megatons. So while he's nowhere near as durable as later Monsterverse Godzilla, he is slightly comparable to him. And finally, his most important ability is regeneration, being able to regen almost instantly from the Operations Crossroad nuke, meaning whoever's going to fight him has to be able to do a lot of area damage very quickly. The only thing minus one's going to have to look out for is the fact that this will be his first time fighting another kaiju, while most of the Monsterverse kaiju have already fought quite a few kaiju themselves.
Exactly.
Before we get into it, I do want to mention three things. Firstly, thank you Goji Chronic for the help. You're the only power scaler I fully trust. You're the GOAT, man. And everybody watching, make sure to go check him out. Secondly, this is not a power scaling video. I'm not a scaler. And finally, size doesn't determine power. The amount of comments I've gotten in the past 5 of these videos have been wild. People saying like, oh, well, Final Wars Godzilla's taller, so he wins. Literally no. And one rule.
I think Final Wars is stronger than minus one, no?
Isn't making it far at all. And given that the Monsterverse kaiju absorb radiation, its beam is quite literally just a nuke, it'd be kind of unfair. And since you guys want a fun video and I want a fun video, we're going to be assuming that the Monsterverse kaiju can't absorb the blast for, energy. Anyways, with all that yapping aside, let's hop in. First up is ᴄᴏ. ᴄᴏ is the giant skull crawler.
He's going to easily beat him, let's be honest.
Fight is the fact that he's able to fight, given he lives on the most dangerous place on Earth, that being Skull Island, meaning he has to beat off the giant chameleons, giant hawks, and of course previous Kongs. Though this should be pretty easy, given he only weighs 100 tons, and he got injured by a ship anchor. So while this is
he's gonna get destroyed,
fighting,
man.
He should move on pretty easily. Except with Behemoth.
But my question is, who do you guys think is going to win, 2017 Kong or Godzilla minus one? That would be an actually
Behemoth
good
sucks,
fight.
preying on his downfall, Methuselah gang on top.
Yo, what? Where did that come from?
Anyways,
nah, Behemoth's
the only thing he's got is regen, which, while impressive, it's no match for minus ones, especially given his horrible durability. Being packed up and damaged by a monster made of nature, such as simple trees and mud. So a simple atomic breath should do the job. So Godzilla minus one moves on.
Really? I thought you would struggle against Behemoth.
Emmula is a very unique kaiju, using telekinesis to build his body, though there is an outlying issue. He built himself using trees. Now, yes, he's more durable than the average tree. His body seems to somehow change the tree's durability. It's still, at the end of the day, wood and dirt.
No, man.
Yeah. So,
okay, then he's obviously
flammable
destroying him.
Object up against a nuclear fire-breathing lizard. I don't think that's good to go in Emmula's favor here. Now, in the ᴄᴏ video, I went over this and said how Emmula has a chance of beating ᴄᴏ Godzilla. That's just due to ᴄᴏ Godzilla's noticeable weakness, that being his second brain. But luckily for minus one, he doesn't have that disadvantage. So again, somehow, Godzilla minus one moves on. Next up is the giant spider Scylla. Now, Scylla will be the first kaiju that minus one will have a hard time with.
I don't think he's beating Skylar, to be honest.
Godzilla versus the Justice League. No, I'm not saying they're canon or, timeline connected, but it's, reasonable to assume she has the ability. Because they're apparently copies, quote-unquote. And no, Scylla doesn't have any ice breath, despite popular belief. And at the moment, we don't really have many feats for Scylla. Now, while sure she went toe-to-toe with Godzilla, she got packed up really fast, so... yeah. So again, I do believe 1 or 2 atomic blasts should do the job.
No, I don't think Skylar's actually going to lose, to be honest.
Now, this is where it starts to get complicated, as the male Muto could easily push around the 20,000 metric ton minus one.
and he is much faster. And I mean, besides durability and regeneration, ᴘᴜᴜ is better at everything. Now, the issue is, well, sure, -1, you know, has his durability and regen going for him. I don't think the ᴘᴜᴜ could do enough damage fast enough to take him out.
Exactly.
And,
I think -1 got this in the bag, bro.
You smell that? Oh god, it's a power scaler writing a paragraph on how the ᴘᴜᴜ's durability is better because he took an attack from Monsterverse Godzilla, and Monsterverse Godzilla takes nukes to the face, blah, 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 blah. Now, sure, the ᴘᴜᴜ takes attacks that are, you know, powerful and comparable to those of the force of a nuke. His overall fatality blow is him just being slammed into a building. I mean, he got stabbed all the way through by simple steel. So the ᴘᴜᴜ's durability is kind of all over the place. So yeah, with a few shots of Atomic Breath, and most likely some biting and scratching, -1 moves on with high difficulty. Next up is Kong with no axe. Now before the Monsterverse haters go nuts saying, oh, -1 could light him on fire like it did on Skull Island. We know that somehow Kong's fur became fire resistant to an extent, or at least to the point where he can, you know, put it out with a few taps.
He's like a potion,
I mean,
man. He got fire resistant.
Kong gets hit by an Atomic Breath and then just pats it out. So now it comes down to his regen, and well, yeah, I think Kong can win. While he has to consistently
what do you mean I think Kong is going to easily destroy him, but depending on what Kong. If it's 2017, he's losing, to be honest.
So -1 makes it past the ᴘᴜᴜ, but not Kong. Now, if the Kaiju could take in the blast radiation, -1 probably wouldn't even made it past Behemoth, but given, you know, we need to give him a fighting chance, we gave him that cheat. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and please consider subscribing if you want to see more Godzilla and Kaiju-related content.
Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with him, but I think he's not going to beat Behemoth. Let's be honest, I think Behemoth is going to beat him, but I don't know. Maybe he's going to beat ᴑᴜᴜ and ᴘᴜᴜ, but Behemoth, come on, bro. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys like it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what video I should react next, guys. Peace.